the decision by the National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party to allow only women to contest their sitting female members of parliament has suffered a major setback following spontaneous agitation by party supporters. And I have to say, based on the reports we compiled, and also we have monitored or analyzed across the media space, the agitations continues for 2 days. They continued on Tuesday, continued on Wednesday, and now your party has decided to rescind the decision, or perhaps it's having a change of mind.
No, I don't think the party has decided to rescind the decision. If you look at the call.
You mean the intent?
The intent. And the call as well.
Okay.
Because we are making a call out there.
It's not a call. It was a decision that was taken.
So yes.
So I don't know whether you can classify that as a call.
It's a decision.
Almost like a directive.
It's a guideline.
A dictatorship.
It's a guideline. It is not a constitutional thing. If you take the NPP constitution, it's not stated that female MPs shouldn't be contested. As a party, we think that, look, as a nation, nationwide, people talk about affirmative actions. People think that, look, we need to develop our women, our counterparts. We need to get them into decision making. NPP, we shot from 5 to about 25 members of parliament women. But unfortunately, this time around we've come to 16. And the party decided, look, let's look at the 16 we have. Let's, in a way, give them some kind of leverage. Okay, where we have MPP women, let's get a competent woman down there in that constituency to fight that woman out. So eventually, if the person is able to win, at least we have about 16. That doesn't mean that other constituencies, women can contest. For instance, you can come to Kwanda and contest. It is a decision. It is an affirmative action that we are bringing.
So the whole idea was have 16 existing positions that are already occupied by women.
By women.
Not contested by men, but only women.
By only women.
Then you have even the other ones open.
Open. And it's not just women. You see, sometimes that's where we need to look at it carefully. I know it.
If I had a view, I would have said that would have been a good idea.
It's a good idea.
If I had a view.
Yes, it's a very good idea.
I don't.
You know that today we're talking about, even if you look at the filing fee, people 40 below, you don't need to pay everything. You need to pay 50% of the cost as a young man. You see, no one is complaining about, no one is talking about that. Are you getting me? It's a very good thing. Encourage the youth. Let them come in. Let them see if they can also have a voice. It's a very nice idea. But if you introduce a new thing, obviously, it may receive some kind of struggling up and down, people talking, people try to run it down. I know there might be 2 or 3 constituencies. If you monitor the air, I saw it on Joy, I saw it other people are talking about some 2, 3 constituencies that they think the women there are unpopular. They don't want them. They are so disgruntled. I agree. That is what the party is saying. That, look, I don't think that woman alone is the only woman that can win the seats. There are other competent women there. Let's fish for them. Let's get. And I think it is a call.
It's a very good explanation you make. But if we have a body like the National Executive Committee of your party that comes to sit down and take a decision, why is it that this very whole idea was not pre-tested at the grassroots before a decision was stamped?
You know, politics...
Because all the explanation you make, to me, makes sense. But if you were able to convince me, why didn't you go to the grassroots level? Convince your grassroots membership. Because indeed, they form the rank and file of your party. Before we have the elites of your party who form the National Executive Committee to endorse it.
You see, sovereignty lies in the hands of the people. I agree. And I agree with you.
For this instance, sovereignty lied in your hands.
I'm coming, I will get there. So I like the way some people are agitating. I also like the angle you are coming from. Why? It means we did not test.
There's a question I asked. I'm not coming from any angle.
No, the question you've asked. I like that one too, by saying that, look, it means we've not gone down there to do some kind of sensitizing the people towards this. But politics is like that. Look, some people are out there.
Did you sensitize? Do you think you've done enough sensitization on the subject?
Well, I think we did our best. We did our best. But after politics, some people, look, if you bring them, tell them whatever you want to tell them. It's an interest. Somebody has an interest.
By precedent, Alaji, one thing we do know, though, anything that is spearheaded or done by the NPP, you replicate it when you're in government. So, too, when the NPP is in government and you start something, you also tend to replicate it. So, it's almost like you're all learning from each other because our democracy is growing. What do you think of the decision in itself? Something perhaps you can replicate.
No, I think the decision itself may not be bad.
You mean the intent?
Yes, the way they went about it. Because yesterday, I happened to be one of your sister stations.
What should they have done?
That's why I say the way they went about it. Because affirmative action is very good. Though some people argue that the Constitution guarantees us equal right and everybody this and gone. But the same Constitution, by positive affirmative action, ensures gender balance and regional balance. If you go to the Constitution, so and also say the party's policy procedure should reflect the Constitution.
That's the national Constitution.
Yeah. So if the party come and say that, look, we have a procedure that let's look at the positive affirmative action. Instead of there will be a gender balance and put it like the same thing, regional balance, like in appointed.
Now their supporters agitating. What do you think they need to do?
Yeah, I that's why I said the way they went about it, like you are saying, they could have first synthesized at the grassroots. They could have educated their people.
I didn't say they should.
Yeah,
they should
I said that. Like, yeah, why you made a statement like that? They could first go around, take some kind of pilot testing, maybe synthesize the people, maybe educate and say, look, this is what we are intending to do. What is your reaction? What do you think about it? Another way is that they could have, excuse me to say, they could have maybe say, okay, let's, like the one he cited, cutting down the cost for the women, which is already there, or even allow women to go free, give them a lot of logistics so the women could come out more to compete and go on.
So the idea was good.
I've seen nothing wrong with it. The idea
but now the grassroots are agitating. Well, I would say the grassroots, some few.
No, even women. I heard women on your DC, one woman complaining bitterly, maybe her son or husband.
So you are saying even the women are against?
Yeah, some women came. I heard it from your news. Yesterday, a woman was interviewed and she was, and I say, I would have thought that somebody said women are enemy of themselves, because I thought as a woman she would be more, but she look at maybe her parochial, that look at the women interest as a whole. They'll go on. For me, I see nothing wrong with trying to, especially those of us who come from the other side would think that, but there are many ways you can prove upon the government. Of course, if a woman is not doing well, as you put it, there's nothing wrong allowing others to stand against her also, because you will not get a lot of women and lose and become in opposition.
Was the restriction wrong? Restricting? Restricting, saying only women should contest women.
Well, the intention was that we have 16 women, so let's protect when I say women here,
let's maintain.
I'm not dealing with personality. So
the intention was to maintain.
That's why he put it that women can compete against the same way women are. The women are allowed to compete with them. In other words, since women are allowed to compete, whoever wins is a woman. So 66 already is, in other words, reserved for women. You know, in other jurisdiction.
In
like
Rwanda, for
Uganda
example. Rwanda, they've succeeded in having about 56%.
Yes, I say they keep a seat for women completely. It is a go on. We have not read it. Ours is that each go to fight for this and go. But even that, there's no guarantee.
Mustafa Hamid, who is, I believe, a spokesperson to he said that we seem to have a society that's very chauvinistic, very not very friendly.
No, he cannot make that general statement.
Not very friendly towards the issues of gender and parity as far as women's issues are concerned.
His position to a woman.
No, but I think it's not far from the truth. And I want to cite this as an example. I've said it over and over, and I want to say it again. It's not a personal issue. Well, it's a personal issue. I have 3 girls. I only pray to God I want to have a boy. Are you getting me? That is
no, but sons have a boy.
How do we end this?
The friend who has boys. You also pray.
How do we end this?
No, we should try.
A friend of mine has 6 boys and is praying to have a girl.
Matthew, by your comment, you are disqualified from making any comment on this. How do we end this?
No.
You want a boy, yeah. You have 3 girls, you want a boy.
Yes, that's my
women are now occupying.
I'm confirming what.
Well, you want a balance, not because girls are better or boys are better.
Yes.
You want a balance.
I mean, that was just on the side.
I want a balance.
You should see me. I have 2 boys, 2 girls, and I'll teach him the trick.
Where I'm coming from. Okay, people say that, look, if you don't have a boy, the other way. I know very well that this is a decision that the
party. So you go for one more.
Yes,
sure.
The party
and then it turned out to be a girl.
The party has taken.
Then you go for another.
Are you getting me? And I think that constituencies that are aggrieved, areas that people feel very strongly, I admit it is normal. Obviously, if you are nurturing an ambition and all of a sudden it looks as if you are truncated, you will not be very happy. Let's look at it holistically. Let's look at the rationale behind. Let's look at the women. because we end up knocking out women completely, and it's not good for anybody at all.
All right. So what should we be doing?
So
Now
what should we be
your
doing?
grassroots people are agitating.
We are talking with them.
On Tuesday, they were at your
I
headquarters.
saw them.
Wednesday, they were there.
They went to the flag bearer. They want to complain. It's normal. We see these things.
So how do you end it?
No, we'll end it. We are yet to be open.
You mean you maintain the policy?
We are yet to be open the nominations.
Right.
And by the time we open the nominations, I am telling you, all this will come to, will settle. It will settle.
I think they will review the decision because it's becoming unpopular.
Yes,
I said the intention
looks
is good,
like
and I
it looks
support
like it is a
but it's
very
becoming unpopular. They have
decision.
no choice than to review the deal because politics are about numbers, so you want to win.
But what
I mean,
do you make of it?
think-
There's even no comment about the fact that in some Ghana areas only guns should contest. And all.
Well, yeah, it's because you didn't ask that question. Ask that affirmatively, women. That's why we answered that. If they asked about
I mean that is not getting
that's why I was totally against it. Absolutely, because you see, already I'm somebody who I always agitated. For example, why can't Yindam come to Salanga? If he is born, if I stay in Salanga, okay, we are one because we are all the same.
You speak the same language?
No, we don't speak the same language because you can't have one language if you know the structure of Northern region here. Nkrumah has stood at Asedeketeke and won it. A lot of people who are even in
so you're saying that's
that shouldn't even come at all. And I think that if the person is popular in that area and
Ibrahim Day, thanks
yes.
for joining me. Member of Parliament for Salaga South and a member of the NDC as well.
Yes.
You'll be going to Parliament?
Yes, from
all
here.
Right.
Today we are going on break today.
Oh.
Today is the last
Easter.
day. Yes.
All right, Matthew Nyendam is a member of Parliament for Pandai.
Yes.
And he's also a member of the NPP, defending his position to have one more baby that that he hopes will be a boy because now he has so many girls, I guess. And that's why our show ends for today. And thanks for interacting with us. And the social media pages have been on Facebook, Joy News on TV, and also a platform we have on Twitter, Joy News on TV. Thanks for joining me this morning. Next time, we'll always be meeting. That'll be tomorrow morning. Bye.
Hi.
Good morning.